welcome back to my channel. It's gonna be different to my normal videos. Let me get my laptop. I am doing a Q&A about my degree, about my Bachelor of Design in Visual Communications Degree at UTS, University of Technology, Sydney. Give you a little insight. I'm a second year student. I'm also 19 years old. I finished high school, graduated 2023, and then went straight into uni. I'm one of the few people that went straight into uni in this degree. I've noticed that a lot of people have taken a gap year or have changed courses to come into this. So, I've got like a list of questions here and there's some on my phone as well. First question, why did you choose to study visual communications at UTS? Okay, so long story short, I was in high school, I loved art, I loved design. For my majors, I did two majors, art and design, and I loved the act of creating. I've always been an artist. I've done like art lessons, I've done yada yada yada. In lockdown, I started my own like print business, which was just something for me to do because I feel like I'm really passionate of creating things that make people happy. And so I always had that in the back of my head. I would love to be an artist with my own studio. I thought about art therapy. I thought about a lot of things revolving around creativity because I did not want to be in a regular 9 to 5 every day. That's just something that I knew wouldn't align with my happiness and my morals. So I chose to study visual communications because I was looking at degrees from other universities and I think UTS really aligned with what I was interested in because it gave you a broad range of things to focus on, if that makes sense. There was not many universities that offer visual communications. UTS is the only one in whereabouts I live. And I looked at Wollongong and it was not it for me personally. And then I was thinking of going to Torrens University, which is a private university. Not gonna lie, way too expensive. Way too expensive for something that you don't even really need a degree for. Torrens University was just overpriced and I did not have that much money. So I looked at UTS. First of all, the course outline was much better than Torrens and Wollongong. I think it was much more aligned not only with the practical base but more about critical thinking, which is something I was interested in. So I chose to study visual communications at UTS. Did you just hear those birds interrupt me? Next question. What's the uni culture like at UTS? Basically, my first year as a visual communications student, we were in building 5. And if you're not aware of the campus at UTS, building 5 is down in Haymarket near, like, so far away from main campus. So I did feel a bit disconnected. I'm not dissing it. It was actually really good. We were level 5A, Studio 5A, and it was just all first years for VisCom. And I think that was really good. The uni culture there was really good because you were able to sit with people in your studio next to your desk, make friends with them. And with VisCom, you really need to network yourself, and I think that was just such an easy way to do it because you were forced to. You had to sit next to someone every day, you had to give them critiques, they had to give you critiques, and then you could walk around the studio, make new friends. You know, the fact that we were all first year together just made us feel like we were a massive community, and I loved it. I loved the fact that we were all together in the same boat. It's not like, I'm always going to revert back to business. It's not like a business degree where you're going building 7, building 8, like building 5, like you're not going to all these different buildings. Like we were in one area together and we were bonding, okay? It was such a good bonding experience. Take me back to first year. It was so good. Overall, this year is much better in terms of connecting with people outside of your degree and also connecting with uni, UTS more specifically, because for basically where my classes are right now, they're all in building 6, which is the DAB building, Design, Architecture and Building. And it is so good because you're with fashion students, you're with product design, you're with so many creative, like-minded individuals there. And we've also got a cafe, the best cafe on campus, might I say, which is right there. So it's really good, really convenient. And then we also have a few lectures in random, like building 7, building 2. And I think it's really good to just walk around and notice that there's heaps of students, like we're no longer like a little tight-knit group. We've kind of spread our wings, we're going out to different areas of uni. But I would say because we were all such a tight-knit group in first year, it's just made us feel so much better now going into second year when we're all sitting together in a lecture. We know basically a lot of people. I know of a lot of people. I would say I'm typically shy. I don't really like to initiate conversations with people. So I know of people, but I would never catch me in a conversation with them because I'm just social anxiety, you know? Question 3. How do you balance uni, work, and personal life? You don't. No, okay. For me, personally, I have a job. I also have a social life, and I'm doing full-time at uni. Full-time at uni, when they say full-time at uni, it's full-time. Expect yourself to be working every single day on uni assignments and whatnot. And then for my work, I roughly work 15 hours a week. And sometimes I have to roster off during exam times because it is just way too much. Personal life, social life, I try and go out of a night after work to hang out with my friends and whatnot, but the thing is, going into uni and then my friends, some of my friends are working 9 to 5s, you know, it's really hard to find the time now to hang out with my friends as much as I would have liked. And then with work, I'm trying to take a lot more shifts now, but then I realized I can't do it. I can't do it. It's so much. Especially with uni, it's just tiring. Commuting to uni, commuting for an hour and a half there and then an hour and a half back, 3 hours of my day commuting to uni. It's just a lot. It's very tiring. But again, I freaking love UTS, bro. Okay. What advice would you give to someone starting their first year? Do not be scared. Do not be nervous. I remember my first day of uni, I was literally hyperventilating in the bathrooms because I remember looking at everyone else who was doing this degree. Everyone looked so much older. They looked like they knew what they were doing, and I was like scared for my life because I didn't know Adobe. I didn't know like basic design stuff. Because I'll tell you now, most of my friends, my uni friends, 2 of them did TAFE, so they already knew how to work the software. And then 2 of my friends took a gap year, so they have life experience. And one of my friends was a real estate agent for multiple years. Shout out Reem. Love you, queen. So we were all in very different boats in terms of experience for first year. And I feel like I'm still learning a lot. My skills are not nearly as good as my friends who have done TAFE, but my advice would be, hang in there. The first week is always scary. No one has any idea what the fuck is going on. Everyone is confused, and like me, just immediately going straight from high school into uni, like I had no idea what I was doing. I felt so lost, you know. Man, that was a rough time now looking back at it. But my tutors and studio leaders and just random people at uni, like they made me feel so comfortable. Like there's really nothing to stress about. At the end of the day, it's not that deep. Everyone is starting their first day together. You're not the only one. And as soon as you take that out of your head that you're alone, you're not alone. Everyone else is there. Everyone else is confused. As mature and put together and expert like they may seem, they have no idea what they're doing. So that's my advice. Before starting first year, please buy supplies, buy your books. Please start your notes, like start looking at your subject outlines just to get a gist, because it is such a mental overload that first week. You're not getting like an introduction, you're getting like your assignment is this, let's start now. Literally, I think the first day it was like starting your assignment, and I was like, what the flip? So yeah, just keep that in mind. It is full on, but just stay prepared. The best thing you can do is prepare yourself. Mentally prepare yourself. I'm going into uni, it's going to be full on, but I'm going to be okay. That's all you need to know. This is about the degree, Visual Communications Degree. Question, what do you actually learn in visual communications? Okay, I've gotten this question a lot because a lot of people seem to be confused with graphic design and visual communications. Graphic design and visual communications do interlink a lot, but visual communications is not just about designing posters like graphic design. It is about thinking critically. It is about learning, researching, understanding that what you are doing as a designer is really important for the outcome of society. Does that make sense? What you're designing, you have to be careful about sustainability, ethics, culture, yada yada yada. Graphic design is more about the practicality of that. Like for example, right now in second year, we're learning about multi-species perspectives, co-design, participatory design, data feminism, social design, inclusive design, sustainability design. So visual communication is really good for you to understand that it's not just a poster, it's a reflection on the context, it's a reflection on who made it, it's a reflection on why they made it, like where they made it. Like it's all of those things that tie together to make it a good visual artifact. Next question, what software do you use the most in your degree? Adobe. Full stop, period. Adobe. Adobe InDesign, Adobe Illustrator, Adobe Premiere Pro, Adobe After Effects, Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Lightroom. The whole creative suite of Adobe you are using. Adobe Fonts. You use Adobe because it is not only easy to use once you understand it, but it's the industry standard. If you're going out once you graduate and you're going into a design agency or you're freelancing, you're using Adobe. And yes, I would say there's new ones like Figma, Canva. Don't use it. Please don't use it. Canva, I do use. I'm gonna be honest. I do use Canva sometimes, but never for my assignments. I only use Canva for personal work if I'm sorting out my social media for my graphic design. Never ever do an assignment with Canva. That's just not how it is. Adobe has so much more utensils. So much better. It's so much better. Please, it's worth the money. It's honestly worth the money. And you get a discount. If you're a uni student, at UTS we got a discount on the Adobe license because you need to buy a license every year. So yeah. I feel like I've talked so much. Are people still awake? Can you still stay engaged for me, please? Next is, what's the workload like? Is it stressful? Again, I am doing a full-time degree, so yes, it is a lot. Workload, I would say, as of right now, I've got an assignment due tomorrow. I had an assignment due on last Friday, and I also got homework, I've got readings, it is full on, and it can be stressful if you're not organized, which is me 99.9% of the time. I am stressed out all the time about my uni work just because I'm a massive procrastinator. Like, I can't even deny it. I think I have something wrong with me because I just cannot sit and do my assignments most of the time. So yeah, I make it stressful for myself. But if you're organized, if you know what you're doing, if you do the classwork on time, you're sweet. You're sweet. How practical versus theoretical is the course? That's actually a really good question. I would say theory revolves around regarding the actual uni coursework, theory is about 70%. And practicality is about, I just activated Siri and I don't even know how. But practicality is about 30%. When you're doing your assignments, practicality is definitely 70-30, but regarding uni classwork, oh no, my camera's gonna die. Bruh. Okay, but yeah, you get the gist. I'm gonna come back to this after I've freaking charged my camera, bro. Another instance of me being unorganized. Okay, talk to you soon. I couldn't film after that because my camera actually died and then I had to get a new SIM card. But we're back. Let's see, I had some from my friends that was really good. Is it worth it to get a VisCom degree? Is it worth it to get a VisCom degree? Personally, for me, I'd say yes, because I am not one that is very self-motivated, especially after, straight after high school. I was just very, burnt out, my guys, and low-key still am. But I wanted to go somewhere where it wasn't very self-directed, like you're being told to do, like how to do things. I needed a teacher. I didn't want to learn online because yes, the answer is yes, you don't need a design degree. If you want to be a graphic designer and you don't like learning, go on YouTube, practice. Because at the end of the day, graphic design is really just by looking at other people's work, like learning the techniques. And if you pay for like good online courses and stuff, you can be a really good designer. But I chose to go to uni because the learning style is more targeted for me because, girl, I get so fidgety. Like if I'm at home, I'm just at home doing nothing. Like, you know how many days I've put off filming this second part? It's been about 2 weeks since I last filmed. Because I just can't do it. So there's that. I say it is worth it for me, but everyone is different and some people might not like going to a uni, especially for 3 years. Do you need expensive equipment or materials? Let me tell you, girl queen. Our uni degree is not something where you can just do it online. It's very hands-on. You need materials for that. I'm talking pens, pencils, scalpel, visual precedents like magazines, like scrapbooks. And yes, if you have like paper and stuff, great. If you have like leftover pens and pencils, great. But there are also some things where you actually need to spend money on, which is printing. I will say this once, printing is so goddamn expensive. Like, I'm a student and I'm spending so much. I remember last year, for one of my first year assignments, I had to print larger than A3. I think it was A2. $70 for one, I think. Or was it $70 for two? I don't know, but it was expensive. Like, why is that so much just to print a size larger than A3? Crazy. So expect to spend money. You want to, every assignment you have, you want to budget yourself like $100, $200. That's a lie. I only spend like $50 max. But if you're really trying to go all out, like $100 for your budgeting just for printing, because you're gonna have to print your iterations and then your final as well. And that could be multiple. It can be expensive if you don't have a job and you're not relying on your parents. I don't know how you could afford this degree if you don't have some kind of income coming in because you are constantly spending money. Have you done any internships or freelance work? This one is actually really interesting because it's only happened in the last couple weeks where I actually do have an internship now. So basically I volunteer at Project Youth, which is an organisation that helps youth struggling with homelessness, like family breakdowns, and they just need support with schooling, housing. So I work with them doing their socials. I work with them doing editing, social media, branding, just like little updates for what normal people do, like also collateral work, so turning Word documents into engaging presentations that can be sent forward as emails and stuff like that, which is something right up my alley because it's not only graphic design work, but it's also helping the community and helping make a difference in the world. Because I think a lot of designers have a lot of problems with the ethics of working for a company that might not align with your values, but for me personally, working at Project Youth, it's really great and everyone is so nice as well, so that's great. I also do freelance work, managing someone's YouTube channel and like their social media with Pinterest and like customer foot traffic. It's Live Well by Raquel. She's my my family friend, my godmother. So I she messaged me asking if I knew anything about YouTube. And yes, I do. Yes, I do. So I'm helping her set up her YouTube channel, edit her vlogs, edit her cooking videos, embed those into the website, and then from there upload pins onto Pinterest to get a lot of customers back onto her website. That's our main goal. So right now I'm doing casual work, but it's part-time hours. I study at uni 4 days a week, and then I'm also doing up to 10 hours at Project Youth, and then once a week I focus on Live Well by Raquel. How do you network and find opportunities as a student? Let me tell you, if you're trying to make it out in the world, you need to network. And it was so hard for me as a first year with anxiety, like crazy. I was dying, like I could barely talk to anyone. And now I feel like I've come out of my shell a lot because I've just, we've upgraded our lives. I'm not going to talk too much, but personal things have happened that has made my anxiety much better. I think networking, as in just like making friends, making uni friends, because example at Project Youth, I'm talking about like illustrating, and maybe it's something I'm not confident in, but I know my friend is. I just message her, send her a message. Hey, do you want to help me do this? Networking is all about also getting to know your teachers. Know your teachers, because they are often the ones that will like refer you to paid work. Just meet as many people as you can and tell them that you do graphic design. Because what are the chances that small businesses would love you, especially as a student, because you wouldn't be charging as much as a senior designer. I think that's good for now. If you have any more questions that you want me to answer as well, just about anything really, it doesn't even have to be uni related, just design related. If you need any questions answered, I'm your girl. Come to me, please, because I would love to help y'all. I'm sorry for a long video as well. I've been ranting, but I think it's all really good to know, especially if you're kind of on the edge of going into this degree or not. It's very good just to kind of get a gauge of where everyone is at and where everyone has been. I highly recommend this degree. I highly recommend. So good. I've learnt so much, and you really just got to throw yourself out there. So good. And with that, I'm gonna leave ya. I've got so much work to do.